Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome into Brent Gould Field on the campus of Seward County Community College as the Dodge City A's and Liberal BJs get set for action against each other in the 4th of July game, a tradition that runs deep between these two teams. So we'll get ready for the starting lineups. As you saw the presentation of colors from the local American Legion, as we are getting ready to go. Leading off for the Liberal BJs, it will be second baseman number 2, Ryota Kusamoto. Batting second, the center fielder number 6, Ben Merriman. Batting third, the third baseman number 24, Robert Orr. Batting fourth, the left fielder number 32, Miller Durham. Batting fifth, the right fielder number 21, Lane Snow. Batting sixth, designated hitter number 6, number 11, Matt Cormier. Batting seventh, the first baseman number 26, Jules Ramirez. Batting eighth, the catcher number 3, Tanner Garosa. And running out the lineup, it is the shortstop number 15, Elijah Batista. Parker King gets a start on the mound for the Liberal BJs. The starting lineup for your Dodge City A's, as you can see it on the screen, it is leading off second baseman number 25, Shannon Martin. Batting second, the center fielder number 13, Grant Weisermans. Batting third, the shortstop number 1, Nyan Hayes. Batting fourth, the catcher number 7, Nate Murphy. Batting fifth, the right fielder number 2, Remington Miller. Batting sixth, the third baseman number 30, Bo Dalian. Batting seventh, left fielder number 9, Zach Mora. Batting eighth, the first baseman number 24, C.D. Sharples. Running out the lineup for your Dodge City A's, it is the designated hitter, Jake Vassell. Cole Airhorn getting the start tonight on the mound for the Dodge City A's, as we are just a little bit away from first pitch.
First batter up for the Dodge City A's, number 25, second baseman, Shannon Martin.
Shannon Martin gets the lead off for the Dodge City A's, takes the first pitch he sees from Parker King in for ball number 1. Shannon Martin at the plate takes ball. Strike number 1. The 1-1 pitch coming from Parker King is a fly ball down the right field line, but twisting foul. It will go out of play for strike number 2. Parker King comes into today for the Liberal BJs a 3-0 record, 3.32 ERA, 21 2/3 innings pitched, 8 earned runs, 16 strikeouts, 3 walks, giving up 24 hits, as Shannon Martin will go down on strikes for out number 1. In steps Grant Weisermans. Weisermans takes first pitch, Sends it foul down the third base line for strike number one. Parker King for the Liberal BJs. A freshman comes from Orange Coast College from Anaheim, California. Weiserman's a big swing and miss on that one. He's down in the count 0-2. The A's want to try to get something going early here after scoring the first 2 runs in last night, then falling behind to the Liberal BJs. They would ultimately fall 10-8 in that ball game. That pitch is fouled off and the count remains 1-2. Including last night's game, the Liberal BJs have scored their last 8 games in double-digit runs. So Grant Weisermans takes that one, sends it through the gap on the right side for an infield single. So in steps Nyan Hayes. Hayes, playing in his final game for the Dodge City A's, will be departing the team tomorrow to go back home. Hayes checks his swing but goes around, down in the count 0-1. King works from the first base side of the rubber. Has his sign and come set. 0-1 pitch outside, throw down to first, not in time. Count evens itself at 1 apiece. One delivery, snap throw over to first instead. Not in time. So the Liberal BJs, after they stole bases last night on the Dodge City A's, concerned with speed of the Dodge City A's tonight. That pitch is fouled off. Count moves to 1-2. Liberal BJs are 15-2 overall on the season, 14-2 in Rocky Mountain League play. They sit atop the league in the standings. That pitch, not a pitch, thrown over to first, not in time. That pitch rings Hayes up, and that will send him back to the dugout. Down on strikes, and in steps the catcher, Nate Murphy. So as we take a look around the league, the A's actually fell down one spot after the loss to the Liberal BJs last night. The BJs 14-2 sit atop the league, followed by the Larks at 13-4. The pitch grounded to the shortstop, throw to first in time, and that will end the first inning for the Dodge City A's as Nate Murphy grounds out. That will do it for this one. We'll be back with the bottom of the first. You've been listening to Dodge City A's Baseball. Ryota Kusamoto leads off for the Liberal BJs, takes the first pitch he sees from Cole Airhorn for ball number 1. Airhorn delivers, chopped up the first baseline, rolling foul. One pitch from Airhorn. High to the outside, and it's ball number 2. Pitch is fouled back. Evens a count at 2 apiece. Cole Airhorn comes in today a 1-1 record in his pitching stats. Sends that one foul down the right field line. So we'll do the 2-2 over again. So Cole Airhorn making his 4th appearance for the Dodge City A's. He's pitched 15 innings overall on the season coming into tonight. His longest outing came against the Denver Cougars, where he went 6 innings back on June the 17th. Cole Airhorn with a 4.8 ERA on the season as that pitch is fouled off. Has allowed 18 hits on 8 runs, walked 7, and struck out 15. So a little over a 2-to-1 strikeout ratio for Cole Airhorn as go back to work with a 2-2, and it is outside. The count runs full. Payoff pitch coming to the leadoff hitter for the Liberal BJs. The pitch fouled off again. Another payoff pitch coming from Airhorn as he comes set, works on the first base side of the rubber. Kusamoto fouls it off yet again. What a way to start off a ball game for Kusamoto. Tenth pitch of the at-bat coming for the leadoff hitter as the pitch misses outside, and it'll be a leadoff walk. Kusamoto draws a leadoff walk, and in steps Ben Merriman.
Batting second, number 6, center fielder Ben Merriman.
First pitch in to Merriman for strike number 1. Kusamoto played in the game against the Dodge City A's back on June the 6th. That was an 8-6 win in favor of the Liberal BJs. A non-league contest as the throwdown to second is not in time, a stolen base. So an 0-2 count on Ben Merriman. Merriman last night for the Liberal BJs scored a run, had 1 hit, drove into, walked once, and struck out twice. 0-2 delivery. Airhorn looks back at second. Driven right back up the middle, cut off by Shannon Martin. The throw to first in time, and they will get Merriman on the throw. That moves Kusamoto over to third. One away for the Liberal BJs. And in steps Robert Orr. Orr didn't play in he did play in last night's game. He has played in both games against the Dodge City A's. Takes a first pitch he sees for strike number one. Orr back on June the 6th. Had an RBI in that ball game, but that was it. Last night for the Liberal BJs, Orr had 3 runs on 3 hits and drove in one. 0-2 count to Orr. This is high for ball one. 1-2 the count now to the 3-hole hitting third baseman Robert Orr. One away with a runner on third for the Liberal BJs. 1-2 pitch misses outside, and that will even the count at 2 apiece. The A's opted for the gray pants, green tops tonight. The Liberal BJs, as Orr sends that one foul down the left field side. The Liberal BJs go with white pants, red stripe, and their white tops for them. Their white tops say BJs across the front in their baby blue lettering. That pitch misses. And the count runs full. Cole Airhorn with 19 pitches already in the ball game. As he gets Orr to swing and miss, he'll go down on strikes, and that's out number 2. In steps Miller Durham. Durham last night for the Liberal BJs scored a run on 1 hit and struck out twice. First pitch fouled back into the netting for strike number 1. The 0-1 delivery from Airhorn. It's a fly ball, but it will go foul. And Durham now down in the count 0-2. Oh, 2 delivery. Misses high to the outside for ball 1. Ball 2 delivered as the count evens itself at 2 apiece. 1 on and 2 away for the BJs. Durham digs in. Ball delivered outside, so after falling down 0-2, 3 straight out of the zone has run the count full. Payoff pitch, fouled off the end of the bat. Will do it over again. Long at bats have been the story already in the first inning for the Liberal BJs. Ben Merriman, the only Liberal BJ to not work a full count that has come to the plate. That pitch, a high fly ball to the left field side. Zach Mora out there had it for an out, and that will end the inning as we head to the top of the first. No score from Liberal Kansas. We'll be back for the top of the second. Remington Miller, Bo Dalian, and Zach Mora due up when we return. You've been listening to Dodge City A's Baseball. Remington Miller leading off in the top of the second, a scoreless ball game at this point. Parker King back on the mound for the Liberal BJs. First pitch, Miller sees, it's popped up. Tracking is the shortstop. He'll take steps back in, and that will be out number one. One away for the Dodge City A's as Bo Dalian steps in.
Number 30, third baseman, Bo Dalian at the plate.
Dalian takes the first pitch outside for ball number one. Pitch is fouled off and will actually clip the pole to even the count at one apiece. One. Called strike on the inside edge, and Dalian's down in the count 1-2. Wind actually shifted right before the game started and is blowing straight in from center field as that one misses and evens a count at 2 apiece. Full count now to Dalian. The payoff pitch coming from Parker King as he comes set. Dalian takes it, gives it a ride. It's headed out towards left center, but tracking it is Durham, and out number 2. Well, if this isn't a breath of fresh air, 79 currently in Liberal, Kansas. Compared to some of the games where we've played and it's been 95 to 100, 79 feels pretty darn good. First pitch in to Zach Mora for strike number 1. So it's 79 degrees, feels like 78 in Liberal. Pitch is swung on and missed. Mora down in the count 1-0-2. The 0-2 misses to make the count 1 ball and 2 strikes. Winds at 16 mile an hour here in Liberal. Mora, a little jam shot. It's headed down the right field line, and it will fall. It falls off the glove of the first baseman Ramirez, and it will be a hit ruled on the scoreboard by the Liberal BJs.
Number 24, first baseman, Charles Sharple.
So Mora gets on an error. Sharples takes the first pitch he sees, sends it out into left field. Tracking it is Durham, and that will end the inning. The A's get one on, but that's it. And we will head to the bottom of the second. A scoreless ball game still. You've been listening to Dodge City A's Baseball. Leading off for the Liberal BJs, it will be Lane Snow as we head into the bottom of the second inning. A scoreless ball game here so far, as it will be 5, 6, and 7 set to come to the plate for the BJs. Cole Airhorn back out on the mound for your Dodge City A's. The first pitch popped up by, and it will fall into the stands. Nate Murphy gave it a chase, but fell out of play into the stands for strike number 1. And I know that our cameras do not do it justice, but the crowd that comes out for the 4th of July ball game here at Brent Gould Field is almost second to none. Pitch misses for ball number 1. The stands almost filled to capacity. Just a few open spots gathered here and there as a pitch misses outside again, and the count runs to 2-1. Cole Airhorn with his 4th start for the Dodge City A's delivers, and it's a fly ball headed out, will drop into left field for a leadoff hit. Back-to-back innings, the BJs get their leadoff runner on.
Designated hitter number 11, Matt
Cormier steps up for the Liberal BJs. Cormier has not played. Actually, he did. He played back on June the 6th. Had a hit in that ball game. Takes first pitch for ball number 1. So the A's lost the non-league game. That was back on June the 6th. 8-6 against the Liberal BJs, and then they fell 10-8 last night. The A's would get the tying run on base, and the go-ahead run would come to the plate 3 times, but never make it on the base paths. So that pitch misses out, and the count runs to 2-0. Airhorn has a sign and sets. Delivers, and it's a fly ball that'll go out into right center field. Rounding second is Snow. Going to second, it's Cormier, and scoring. Lane Snow goes first to home to get the first run of the ball game for the Liberal BJs. So give credit to Matt Cormier with a double and an error on the Dodge City A's.
First baseman number 26, Julius Ramirez at the plate.
Julius Ramirez now at the plate for the Liberal BJs, takes first pitch for ball number 1. Both teams with an error in this ball game. That pitch catches the outer edge of the zone to even the count at 1 apiece. Ramirez getting his first at bat against the Dodge City A's as that one misses inside from Airhorn. 2 balls and 1 strike, nobody out, and a run already scored in the inning for the BJs. Matt Cormier out at second for the BJs as that one's sent down the right field side, and it will fall foul for strike number 2. Cole Airhorn has thrown 38 pitches already in this ball game, 22 for strikes. Two pitch coming to Ramirez from Airhorn. Cormeyer with the lead off of second, and the pitch driven right back up the middle, fielded by Shannon Martin, throw to first in time, out number 1. Moves Cormeyer over to third. So another run just 90 feet away now as Tanner Gerosa steps up to the plate. Gerosa also getting his first at-bats against the A's as that pitch misses low for ball number 1. Airhorn has been close to the zone, but missing outside, low and high. That one comes in and catches the inner part of the zone to even the count at 1 apiece. One on, one away, 1 run scored for the BJs. Airhorn fires, that one's high over the head of Gerosa, and that will move the count to 2-1. As the A's and BJs, we are at Brent Gould Field on the campus of Seward County Community College. Brent Gould also home to the Seward County Saints. Pitch swung on and missed, and that will even the count at 2 apiece. The Seward County Saints, one of 19 community colleges in the state of Kansas. As that one misses outside and the count runs full. Payoff pitch from Airhorn. Grounded up the third base side, fielded by Daly, and throw to first. Bobbled, so an error gets a runner on, and the BJs take a 2-0 lead.
Number 15, shortstop, Batista.
Throw over to first to check on Gerosa. Elijah Batista steps up for the Liberal BJs. Batista, the 9-hole hitter tonight, takes first pitch on the inside edge for strike number 1.
Courtesy runner on first base, number 28, Taiga Sakuma.
Batista pops that one up. Fielded by Shannon Martin for out number 2.
Number 2, second baseman, Ryota Kusamoto at the top of the order for Liberal BJs.
Two out, one on, and the courtesy runner takes off, but pitch is fouled to Ryota Kusamoto. Down in the count, 0-1.
2 out, 1 on. 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 2 out, 1 on.
1 on, 2 away. 2 runs have scored. The A's trail 2-0 as that pitch is driven down the left field side and goes foul. And Kusamoto now down in the count 0-2. The A's initially took the lead last night on the 2-run home run by Grant Weisermans, but would fall down and would be down 7-2 as the snap throw down to second has Sakuma in on a stolen base. A 1-2 count now to Kusamoto. The BJs doing what they did to the A's last night, which is running early and running often. 1-2 pitch coming from Airhorn has his sign. Gets Kusamoto to swing, and he'll go down on strikes. That will end the inning. The A's have some work to do, trailing 2-0 as we head to the top of the third. You've been listening to Dodge City A's Baseball. Nine, 1, and 2 due up for the Dodge City A's as we headed into the top of the third. The A's trailing 2-0. A's with 1 run no runs, 1 hit, 2 errors. The Liberal BJs 2 runs on 2 hits and an error for them. That pitch misses low to Jake Vassell, the designated hitter tonight for the Dodge City A's. Big swing from Vassell. That will even the count at 1 apiece as he comes up empty. Jake has not played against the Liberal BJs yet. A high fly ball that will get over the second baseman's head, and that is in for a leadoff single. Much needed runner aboard for the Dodge City A's as they turn the lineup over to Shannon Martin. Martin went down swinging his last time up. Martin takes pitch for strike number 1. Throw over to first, not in time. Shannon Martin's average now .312 on the season. The A's working their second trip through the batting order. King fires and it's fouled off. Martin down in the count. 0-2. Martin fouls that one off. It goes back to the dugout, and the count stands at no balls and 2 strikes. Nobody out. 1 on for the Dodge City A's. Oh, 2 delivery coming from Parker King. King has thrown 31 pitches. That pitch misses for ball number 1. 1-2 the count now. Martin taps that one, goes foul up the third base side, and count remains 1-2. Chopped foul again. 4 fouled off pitches in this at bat for Shannon Martin. Martin in the leadoff spot for the Dodge City A's. One-two delivery. Misses outside, and that will even the count at 2 apiece to Shannon Martin. The 2-2 pitch from King. Again up the third baseline and foul. Count stands at 2-2. Martin fouls off the 9th pitch at the at-bat. So after Ryota Kusamoto led off in the bottom of the first with a 10-pitch at-bat, Shannon Martin has worked one of his own here in the top of the third. 10th pitch coming to Martin. Sent up the third baseline, and it will drop fair. Vassell going to third. He's being waved home. The throw is offline, and he gets it. The A's get a run on an RBI double from Shannon Martin. So that'll bring in Grant Weisermans. Grant on the season batting .437 now for the Dodge City A's. So there was some argument as to whether or not Jake actually touched home plate, and home plate umpire taking the opportunity to look at the imprint and says, yes, he did. So the A's trail 2-1, and Weisermans takes a fly ball, sends it out to left field, and Shannon Martin will have to retreat back to second. Ryan Hayes now at the plate for the Dodge City A's. Hayes went down looking his last time up. Hayes batting .281. First pitch to him misses low for ball number 1. One 0 pitch from King. Swung on and missed, and that will even the count at 1 apiece to Nyan Hayes. Nate Murphy stands in the on-deck circle with 1 on, 1 away, and 1 run in so far in the inning. BJ's got the scoring started with 2 in the bottom of the second. The A's have scored 1. We're in the top of the third. Hayes sends that one. It'll fall into left center field, rolling up to the warning track, and Shannon Martin will score easily. Hayes in with a stand-up double. Hayes was limping a little bit. He'll stay on the base paths after hitting the double. The A's tie it at 2 apiece. Here comes Nate Murphy. Murphy's averaging .221 on the season as he steps in. Has cooled off here a little bit, but due to start getting a few hits. Takes the first pitch for ball number 1. Murphy grounded out his last time up. Murphy, the cleanup hitter in the 4-hole for the Dodge City A's. Hayes gets a lead off of second. The pitch delivered and in for strike number 1. One ball, 1 strike, 1 away for the Dodge City A's. The pitch misses low. And that makes it 2-1. So unlike Cavalier Field in Dodge that faces straight south to north, Brent Gould Field is actually on an angle to where center field faces to the northeast. That's why these shadows are casting across. Two count now to Nate Murphy. Pitch from Parker King. Hayes takes off. Murphy chops it foul, and the count will remain 2-2. It is 320 down the right field line here at Brent Gould. 370 in the right center power alley. 400 to dead red center. 380 in the left power alley. And 340 down the left field line. Nate Murphy sends that one. It falls into right field to throw home. Here comes Nyan Hayes, and he will score. The A's take the lead 3-2. In steps Remington Miller. And here comes the pitching coach for the Liberal BJs. Kyle Mora, the pitching coach for the BJs this year, out to have a conversation with Parker King. King has thrown 48 pitches in the ballgame. 36 were in for strikes, as the A's have taken the 3-2 lead here in the top of the third. The A's with 3 runs, 5 hits, 2 errors. The Liberal BJs 2 runs on 2 hits and an error for them as this mound visit is broken up, and we will go to work. Remington Miller at the plate now for the Dodge City A's. Miller flew out his last time up. Remington Miller is batting .364 on the season for the Dodge City A's. He takes a first pitch. It's a fly ball going out to left center, but caught by the center fielder, and Nate Murphy will have to retreat back to second or first. In steps Bo Dalian, 2 away for the Dodge City A's. Dalian flew out his last time up. Bo batting .235. First pitch, Dalian fouls off. Down in the count, 0-1. Delivery coming from King. He delivers inside for ball 1. Parker King actually got the start against the Dodge City A's back on June the 6th. Went 4 2/3 innings in that contest, allowing 7 hits, 4 runs, walking 1 and striking out 3. There was 1 home run hit as well. The count runs to 2-1 for Bo Dalian. The A's have plated 3 here in the top of the 3rd. That pitch catching the outer edge of the zone, and the count evens itself at 2 apiece. They would say deuces wild across the top of the scoreboard. Pitch. Dalian grounds it to the shortstop Batista. Throw to first in time. That will end the inning. The A's lead it 3-2 as we head to the bottom of the 3rd. 2, 3, and 4 due up for the Liberal BJs when we return. You've been listening to Dodge City A's Baseball. We head into the bottom of the 3rd. The A's lead it now 3-2. Take this opportunity to thank our Grand Slam sponsors, the City of Dodge City and Ford County, the Community Foundation of Southwest Kansas, Lewis Automotive Group, and Curbs Law Office, LLC. We thank you for your sponsorship and support of Dodge City A's baseball. Cole Airhorn returns to the mound for the Dodge City A's, going out for his 3rd inning of work. He's thrown 51 pitches so far in this ball game. 31 have been in 4 strikes. So the A's and Liberal BJs. This is game 2 of the series after they fell down, falling 10-8 to the BJs last night. So the A's down 1-0 already in the league series. As we were talking about earlier, the A's have also fallen to the 4th spot in the league standings. So we will go to work as Ben Merriman leads off for the Liberal BJs. Merriman grounded out his last time up. Takes the first pitch from Airhorn for ball number 1. Pitch is called strike to even the count at 1 apiece. 1-1 to Merriman. Driven out into left field will be a leadoff single. 3 straight innings the BJs have had their leadoff runner aboard.
Third in the order, number 24, third baseman Robert Orr, preparing to bat.
Robert Orr steps in. He struck out swinging his last time up. Orr takes the first pitch outside for ball number 1. Ben Merriman batting .408 on the season for the Liberal BJs. Pitch is called strike and evens a count at 1 apiece. Robert Orr batting .357. Played at San Joaquin Delta for the Liberal BJs. A rundown now is I wish I had the full order of that rundown, but the leadoff runner wiped off the base paths for the Liberal BJs. Two and one, the count now to Robert Orr. 1 away for the BJs. 2-1 pitch sent foul up the third base line, and the count evens at 2 apiece. Orr takes that one. It's a fly ball that will fall in to shallow left center field.
Left fielder, number 32, Miller, Durham.
So 1 on, 1 away for the BJs. In steps Miller Durham. Durham flew out his last time up. Durham batting .487 on the season, played at Point Loma. The pitch was grounded to the shortstop Hayes, throw to first. C.D. Sharples making the tag for out number 2. Moved Orr over to second. The call stands after both umpires talk it over. 2 away for the BJs. Runner on second. In steps Lane Snow. Snow singled his last time up. Blaine Snow batting .422, played at Northeastern Junior College. Or Snow takes a big swing, comes up empty. He'll be down in the count 0-1. That pitch misses inside, evens a count at 1 apiece. Horn takes a look back at second. Snow pops it up. It's being tracked by Sharples. He'll have it in foul territory. That will end the inning. The A's hold the BJs off the board. We're headed to the top of the fourth. The A's lead at 3-2. You've been listening to Dodge City A's Baseball. Well, as we go over the 1 hour mark here in Liberal, we are headed into the top of the fourth, a 3-2 ball game in favor of the Dodge City A's as Zach Mora steps in. Mora batting .191 on the season for the A's. Takes first pitch from Parker Ward for ball number 1. Mora from Westmont. Played his freshman season there. Comes from Moore Park, California. That pitch missing as well. 2-0 the count to Zach Mora. Three and 0. Pitch is called strike. Parker King working his fourth inning for the Liberal BJs. 3-1 the count to Mora. The pitch. Mora sends it fair up the left field line. He'll dig for second, and he'll be in easily with a double. So that'll bring in C.D. Sharples.
Number 25.
C.D.'s batting .267 for the A's. Played his freshman or sophomore campaign at Northwest Nazarene, comes from Post Falls, Idaho. First pitch missing to Sharples for ball number 1. And the catcher, Jerosa, goes out to have a conversation with King. There is work down in the Liberal BJ's bullpen. Pitch misses low as well. 2-0 the count to Sharples. Sharples flew out his last time up. Sends one right back at the second baseman. He bobbles it to throw to first, not in time. Another error on the Liberal BJs.
Jake Vassell, number 12, the designated hitter now at the plate.
So Moore over at third. Sharples at first, and in steps Jake Vassell. Vassell swings and misses, comes up empty. Down in the count 0-1. He singled his last time up. Jake batting .290 on the season. Jake played his sophomore campaign at Lake Erie, comes from Bainbridge, Ohio. 0-1 delivery coming from King. Misses low, and that will even the count at 1 apiece. A's with runners on the corners and nobody away. The 1-1 pitch coming to Vassell. Pops it up. It's on the infield. Tracking it is the first baseman, but it will fall foul out of play. We'll move the count to 1-2. As there is a host of fans that are up the first base dugout line. Fans against the fence there. And even more so that have filled in down the third base side, awaiting the fireworks to happen after this game. The pitch misses low, and the count moves even at 2 apiece. As I said earlier in the broadcast, the 4th of July game, a tradition between these two teams. Vassell fouls that one off. The count remains 2-2. With the exception of 2020, which the A's did not play that season, and one other year, the A's have come to Liberal every year that I've been with them since 2016. So we'll go back to work. The count is 2-2 on Jake Vassell. Runners on the corners for the Dodge City A's. The 2-2 delivery. Vassell takes it. It's a high fly ball headed down the left field side. It's going. It's on the warning track. One hops the wall, and Zach Morrow will score easily. C.D. Sharples goes first to third on the RBI double from Jake Vassell. So runners at second and third, and the A's turn the lineup over to Shannon Martin. And the BJs waste no time. They're making a pitching change. They're going to the bullpen. We'll tell you about it after this when we come back. You've been listening to Dodge City A's Baseball. Luke Seward taking over the mound for the Liberal BJs as they go to the bullpen here in the top of the fourth inning. The A's with 1 run in already. Seward a 2-0 record, a 2.25 ERA, 16 innings pitched, 4 runs, 7 hits, 14 strikeouts, and 9 walks. He last pitched against Denver back on June the 26th. A 1-0 count to Shannon Martin. Now 2-0. Shannon Martin with 20 hits on the season coming in tonight, 8 for extra bases. The pitch high and inside, and the count moves to 3-0. Seward pitched in the game against the Dodge City A's back on June the 6th. Went an inning in that one, struck out 2 as the pitch high, a 4-pitch walk that will load the bases. Still nobody out for the Dodge City A's as 1 run has scored. The A's lead it 4-2. And in steps Grant Weisermans. Weisermans flew out his last time up. Grant with 38 hits on the season, 16 of those have been extra bases. Pitch inside for ball number 1. 5 straight out of the zone for Luke Seward, who comes out of the bullpen first for the Liberal BJs. Seward working from the third base side of the rubber, has his sign come set. That pitch right down the zone, and that will move the count even to 1 apiece. Pitch is a strike to Grant Weisermans. He's down in the count now, 1-2. Bases loaded with nobody out. One-two pitch. Weisermans will foul it off. It goes out of play over to the right. Count remains 1-2. Pitch coming from Seward. Misses outside, evens a count at 2 apiece. Two delivery coming up. Misses, and the count runs full. The BJ's not really concerned with holding Vassell at second. Sharples at third, Vassell at second, Martin at... Martin's at first after Jake Weiserman's line drive back to the shortstop Batista. The throw to second to double off Vassell. And the twin killing as Nyan Hayes steps up. Nyan Hayes takes the first pitch for ball number 1. Hayes with 16 hits, 4 for extra bases so far on the season. 2-0 the count to Hayes, who doubled his last time up. Runners on the corner after the twin killing. That pitch catches the outer part of the zone, and count moves to 2 balls and 1 strike on Nyan Hayes. Martin goes on the 2-1 count as it is called a strike. And wisely, Gerosa not making the throw down is most likely was a move to try to steal another run. Hayes sends out one. It's in the gap going out to right field, bobbled by the right fielder. Here comes Martin. 2-run score on the RBI single from Nyan Hayes. A's now lead this game 6-2. Runner on first for the A's with 2 away. In steps Nate Murphy. Nate with 15 hits on the season, 5 for extra bases. First pitch to him misses for ball number 1. Murphy's 1 for 2, singled his last time up. Hayes goes. He'll be in safely with the stolen base as the count moves even at 1 apiece. Remington Miller in the on-deck circle for the Dodge City A's. 1-1 count, 2 away with the runner in scoring position. Pitch is called strike. Down in the count, 1-2 is Murphy. The 1-2 pitch, Hayes goes. Murphy fouls it off. We'll do it over again. One-two pitch from Seward. Murphy getting the 5th pitch of the at-bat. Throw back to second to check on Hayes. 5th pitch at the at-bat coming now to Murphy. Seward comes set. Delivers low for ball 2. Deuces wild across the top of the scoreboard. Hayes goes. Murphy pops it up. It's tracked by the catcher, so Murphy's counterpart pulls down the pop-up for out number 3. That'll do it for the top of the 3rd. The A's have scored 6, 3 in consecutive innings each. We're headed to the bottom of the 4th. The A's lead at 6-2. You've been listening to Dodge City A's Baseball. Cole Airhorn returns to the mound for the Dodge City A's, going back out for his 4th inning of work. Cole has thrown 63 pitches, 39 in 4 strikes. Thanks to more of our sponsors: I Don't Care Family Restaurant and Sports Bar, Parker Haskins Insurance Incorporated, Rabine Brothers Law Firm, Victory Electric Cooperative Association, Jimmy John's, and Ford County Farm Bureau Association. So as we go back to work, Matt Kormeyer set to lead off for the Liberal BJs. They are in their 2nd trip through the batting order. 6, 7, and 8 due up for the BJs in this inning as Kormeyer comes up empty on strike number 1. Kormeyer batting .357. From San Juan Keene Delta. Pitch misses outside and will even the count at 1 apiece. One delivery from Airhorn. Sent on the ground, fielded by Martin, throw to first in time for out number 1. And for the first time in the ball game, the leadoff runner is retired.
Number 26, first baseman, Julius Ramirez.
The BJs got their leadoff on in the bottom of the 3rd, but he would be caught in a pickoff. In the next at bat, in steps Julius Ramirez. Ramirez grounded out his last time up. 1 away for the BJs. The pitch, called strike. Gets Ramirez down in the count, 0-1. Ramirez batting .268, played at UTRGV. Down in the count, 0-2. For some of our fans that are following along, they might recognize UTRGV. That is where Juan came from last year. Of course, Juan ended up staying in Dodge to play this year for the Dodge City Conquistadors. 1-2 the count to Ramirez. Count evens itself at 2 apiece. The 2-2 pitch inside almost hits Ramirez and the counts run full. Payoff pitch from Airhorn. Delivered, and it is ball 4. So Ramirez will draw the walk as the catcher Tanner Gerosa steps in. Got on an error his last time up.
Catcher number 3, Tanner Gerosa.
Gerosa batting .357. Played at Orange Coast College. First pitch in to Gerosa for strike 1. 1 on, 1 away for the BJs. We've worked our way into the bottom of the 4th. Pitch misses outside, and the count evens at 1 apiece. We are approaching the hour-and-a-half mark in this ball game. That pitch misses inside. Count moves to 2-1. It was after 10 o'clock last night when we finished, and at the rate we're going, it likely will be after 10 o'clock tonight when we finish this one. Throw back over to first, not in time. 2-1 pitch from Airhorn. Kicks and delivers for strike number 2. Count even at 2 apiece. Rosa sends that one. It's out into right field. It drops down, and the throw in. Ramirez has to retreat back to second, so runners on first and second with 1 away. In steps the 9-hole hitter, Elijah Batista. Batista, the shortstop, flew out his last time up. He steps in with 2 on and 1 away.
Elijah Batista, number 15, the shortstop, batting.
Elijah Batista batting 200. He is 9 for 45. Played at West Texas A&M. Down in the count, 0-1 is Batista. Big swing as he fouls that one off, and down in the count, 0-2. The 0-2 delivery coming from Airhorn. The wind coming in from center is slowing. That pitch in will hit Batista on the helmet, and that will load the bases. BJ's turn the lineup over to Ryota Kusamoto. Kusamoto struck out swinging his last time up. So after a quick mound visit with the bases loaded and 1 away, we'll go back to work. Kusamoto with 2 home runs on the season for the Liberal BJs. Airhorn has his sign and come set. Delivers. It is swung on. Comes up empty. Does Kusamoto for strike number 1. Shadow is pretty well enveloping most of the field here at Brent Gould. The sun is in the process of setting on this 4th of July. Murphy's going to go out and have another conversation with Airhorn, as there is work getting started down in the bullpen for the Dodge City A's. Emerson Lott, it looks like, down in the bullpen. 0-1 count to Kusamoto. That pitch is called strike on the outer edge, and that has Kusamoto down 0-2. Bases are loaded with 1 out for the BJs. The BJs trail 6-2. The 0-2 delivery up the first baseline goes foul, and the count remains 0-2. Fourth pitch at the at-bat. The 0-2 delivery coming up here. Fouled off again. It'll go off the end of the bat up the third base line, and count remains 0-2. Our Horn looking in, shook off a sign, has what he wants. Delivers up the middle, fielded by Hayes. Throw to second for one, the throw to first. In time, the twin killing ends the inning. And the Liberal faithful not happy with that call. The twin killing gets the A's out of it. We are headed to the top of the fifth inning. It is 6-2. You've been listening to Dodge City A's baseball. Luke Seward goes back out for his second inning of work. He has already thrown 22 pitches in this ball game, 11 for strikes, as Remington Miller leads off for the Dodge City A's. Miller is 0 for 2, flew out his last time up. Takes first pitch for strike number one. Oh, 0-1 delivery, called strike again, and down in the count 0-2 is Miller. Miller sends that one foul. It's up the third base side, and we'll do the 0-2 over again. Remington Miller with 12 hits on the season, 2 for extra bases. That pitch called strike, freezes Miller. 1 away for the Dodge City A's. In steps Bo Dalian. Dalian's 0 for 2, grounded out his last time up. Bo Dalian with 8 hits on the season, no extra bases so far. First pitch he sees is outside for ball number 1. The A's lead at 6-2, have scored 3 in the third, 3 in the fourth. That pitch misses high, and it's 2-0 to Dalian. The BJ's got the scoring started early. They scored 2 in the bottom of the second, but the A's with 6 unanswered. That pitch misses high, and it's a 3-0 count now to Bo Dalian. Pitch is called strike. Bo never pulling the bat off of his shoulders. Count moves to 3-1. Lights coming on here at Brent Gould. Swung on, comes up empty, and the count runs full. The payoff pitch, Seward shakes one off, has his sign, and comes set. Delivers low for ball 4. 1 on and 1 out for the Dodge City A's. That'll bring on Zach Mora. Mora is 1 for 2, doubled his last time up.
Number 9, Zach Mora, left.
Mora with 13 hits on the season, 3 extra bases. Again, all of these stats are coming into tonight's contest. That pitch on the outer edge for strike 1. You can always follow along with our statistics. Go to iScoreBaseball.com/Dodge City Athletics. Throw over to first, not in time. Oh, 1 count to Mora. Delivered high and outside. That will even the count at 1 apiece. You can hear the fireworks getting started here in Liberal. We had quite a show past the center field wall last night at home in Dodge City as that pitch is called strike. Down in the count, 1-2 is Mora. Seward shakes one off, has his sign. 1-2, called strike. That will freeze Mora, and now it's 2 away. A generous call by the home plate umpire, but nonetheless, called strike. And that will bring in C.D. Sharples.
C.D. Sharples, first baseman, number 24, at bat.
Sharples with 8 hits, no extra bases on the season. The throw back to first, not in time. Sharples got on an error his last time up. Sharples in the 8 hole for the Dodge City A's as they're working their 3rd trip through the batting order. Pitch, it's wild, gets away from the catcher, and that will move Dalian over to second. So Jerosa tracks that one down. He's going to go out and have a conversation with Seward as he delivers another ball to him. Runner in scoring position with 2 away for the Dodge City A's. 1-0 count on Sharples. That pitch inside. Dalian will take the trot over to third. Jerosa lost it. It was right at his feet, but Dalian moves over to third and a 2-0 count on Sharples. Sharples will foul that one off, and the count moves to 2-1. 2-1 delivery coming up from Seward. His 2nd inning of work out of the bullpen for the Liberal BJs. Emerson Lott still down in the bullpen for the Dodge City A's, not actively warming up as that pitch is grounded to the shortstop. Throw to first in time. That will end the inning, as the A's strand one. We're headed to the bottom of the fifth. It is a 6-2 ball game. You've been listening to Dodge City A's Baseball. Cole Airhorn on the mound again for the Dodge City A's, out for his fifth inning of work. Cole has thrown 85 pitches so far in this ball game, 53 in 4 strikes. Ben Merriman set to lead off for the Liberal BJs. Merriman's 1 for 2 in the ball game. Merriman with 5 home runs on the season. First pitch. And for strike number 1 to Merriman, down in the count 0-1. Lights on as the sun is setting here at Brent Gould. That pitch in for a strike has Merriman down in the count 0-2. One and two the count. Pitch called, strike, freezes Merriman. For the second straight inning, the leadoff runner is retired. In steps Robert Orr. Orr is 1 for 2. He singled his last time up. The BJs have not scored since the bottom of the second. Pitch in for strike number 1. Airhorn coming out strong in this inning, has been throwing strikes as that one misses outside, evens the count at 1 apiece. Three strikeouts in the ball game for Cole Airhorn as that pitch is fouled off, and that will move the count to 1-2. The pitch will get down out in left center field for a single 1 on and 1 out for the BJs. Nice little fly ball over the head of Nyan Hayes. We will go to work as Miller Durham steps in. Durham is 0 for 2, grounded out his last time up. So after getting the leadoff hitter, a single and a hit by pitch put runners on first and second with 1 away. In steps Lane Snow. Snow
Right fielder, number 21, Lane Snow.
popped out his last time up. Pitch is a strike on the outer edge. Down in the count, 0-1. Snow sends that one. It's popped up into the triangle, and that will put bases loaded for the Liberal BJs. 1 away. The Liberal BJs have not lost a game since June the 13th.
Number 11, Matt Cormeyer, designated hitter at the
So Matt Cormeyer steps in. He grounded out his last time up. Bases loaded with 1 away. That pitch is fouled for strike number 1. The BJs worked the bases loaded in the last inning with 1 away. And a twin killing ended the inning as the BJs stranded 2. They trail 6-2 here in the bottom of the 5th inning. Cormeyer comes up empty on the swing. He's down in the count, 0-2. Delivery coming from Airhorn. Delivered low. The count moves to 1-2. The BJ's last loss come on June the 12th to Western Nebraska. They lost 7-2 in that game. Their only other loss was a opening day loss to the Game Day Angels that was postponed due to weather, that was carried over into a doubleheader on June the 2nd. Two count on Matt Cormeyer. Cormeyer, the 6-hole hitter for the Liberal BJs. The pitch swung on, comes up empty, does Cormeyer. He'll go down on strikes and 2 away. Bases still loaded for the Liberal BJs.
number 26, first baseman, Julius Ramirez.
Emerson Lott getting throws down in the bullpen with the hat wave that he is ready. Julius Ramirez steps in, walked on his last time up. 0 for 1 in the ball game. Pitch misses outside for ball one. Second inning in a row, the BJs worked the bases loaded with one out. The 1-0 fouled back into the netting, and the count evens at one apiece. BJ's 2 runs, 7 hits, 2 errors. They have already stranded 5 in the ballgame as we are in the 5th inning. The A's 6 runs, 8 hits, 2 errors. They have stranded 5 as well. 1-1 pitch. Grounded foul to the first base dugout, and Ramirez now down in the count 1-2. Airhorn delivers the 1-2. It's outside. Gets away from Murphy, but does not allow advancement of the runners. Deuces wild. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 away. 2 runs scored for the Liberal BJs. They scored those back in the bottom of the 2nd. The delivery. It's a fly ball. It's headed to right field, and it will fall foul. All the runners will retreat back to their bases as bases will remain loaded. Count remains 2-2. The 6th pitch of the at-bat coming to Ramirez. Airhorn gets a new ball. And the winds have calmed significantly as the sun sets. Airhorn delivers another pop-up. And it falls as Shannon Martin falls down. It will clear the bases. A double for Julius Ramirez. Shannon Martin still down out in right field. A bases clearing double as the BJs score 3 and they're within 1. Shannon's up. He's on his feet. Everybody goes out to check on Shannon. He's up on his feet, made a few tosses, seems to be doing good. He's going to stay in the ball game. The BJs scored 3, the bases clearing double by Julius Ramirez, and here comes the catcher, Tanner Gerosa. Gerosa, 1 for 2, singled his last time up. We're going to have a mound visit now from head coach Dakota Young as he goes out to talk to Cole Airhorn. There has not been a call to the bullpen made yet. So Airhorn will stay in the ball game. 2 away for the BJs and a runner in scoring position. Approaching the 2-hour mark now. The BJs scored 2 in the second, now 3 in the fifth. A 6-5 ball game in favor of the Dodge City A's. So Tanner Jarosa now at the plate for the Liberal BJs. Jarosa, the 8-hole hitter, catcher tonight for the BJs. The pitch fouled for strike number 1. Oh, 1 delivery coming from Airhorn. Fly ball, it's headed out to center field. Tracking it is Weiserman's, and he'll have it for the final out of the inning. We're headed to the top of the 6th. It is a 6-5 ball game in favor of the Dodge City A's. You've been listening to Dodge City A's Baseball. Luke Seward returns to the mound for the Liberal BJs as it is 9-1-2. Vassell, Martin, and Weiserman's due up for the A's in this inning. Jake Vassell, 2 for 2, a single and a double so far in the ball game. Jake working the final part of the third trip through the batting order for the Dodge City A's. Vassell with 9 hits on the season. 2 of those have been extra bases. So we're set to go to work. Seward in his 3rd inning of relief for the Liberal BJs. So we've worked our way into the top of the 6th. Just over the 2-hour mark now. Vassell grounds out to the third baseman for out number 1. Back at the top of the order with Shannon Martin. Martin's 1 for 2, walked on his last time up.
Number 25, second baseman, Shannon Martin.
Martin takes the first pitch he sees for strike number 1. Seward has thrown 42 pitches, 24 for strikes. Martin has scored 18 runs so far in the season for the A's as that pitch is called strike on the outer edge. Down in the count, 0-2. The A's scored 3 in the third, 3 in the fourth. The BJs 2 in the second, 3 in the fifth for the 6-5 result that we have at this point. The 0-2 pitch coming to Martin. This is high for ball number 1. Martin fouls that one off, and the count will remain 1-2. Small group of BJ fans seems to think that the clap will be enough to distract batters as that pitch misses outside, and the count evens itself at 2 apiece. Seems to have been more distracting to the pitcher more than the batter at this point. The 2-2 pitch from Seward. Martin pops it up. It's going down the first base line. It's foul. Caught by Ramirez for out number 2. In steps Grant Weisermans. Weisermans 1 for 3, hit into a line drive double play his last time up.
Brent Weiserman, center fielder at the plate.
Weisermans has scored 18 runs as that pitch right back up the middle. The throw to first in time for out number 3. The A's are retired 1-2-3 as we head to the bottom of the 6th. You've been listening to Dodge City A's Baseball. Night for Cole Airhorn is done as Emerson Lott takes over the mound for the Dodge City A's. Cole Airhorn threw 109 pitches in this ball game, 70 of those 4 strikes. So Emerson Lott takes over for the Dodge City A's. Lott comes into today with 13 1/3 innings pitched, 7 earned runs, an ERA of 4.72, 10 strikeouts, 11 hits, 14 walks, 4 hit batters as well. Emerson Lott with a 1-1 pitching record, making his 4th appearance for the Dodge City A's. Lott last pitched against the Game Day Angels back on June the 24th, a 6-inning outing for him in that game. Before that, he pitched against Western Nebraska on June the 15th and the Colorado Rough Riders on June the 8th. So the 4th appearance now for Emerson Lott as we go to work with Elijah Batista leading off for the Liberal BJs. Batista's 0 for 1 was hit by pitch his last time up. Takes the first pitch from Lott, fouls it off into the netting for strike number 1. Oh, 1 delivery as Lott works from the first base side of the rubber. Delivers a strike on the inside edge to get Batista down 0-2. The A's 6 runs, 8 hits, 2 errors. They've stranded 5. The BJ's 5 runs on 8 hits, 2 errors. They've stranded 6. The pitch grounded to the third baseman, Dalian. The throw to first. A high throw, and that'll put a runner on. The leadoff runner aboard for the Liberal BJ's. Another error by the Dodge City A's. It's almost like Dalian paused. So I'm not sure if that interrupted the timing of his throw or what, but nonetheless, it was a high throw. The runner safe at first, so the lead off aboard for the Liberal BJ's. Well, the BJ's make a substitution. Ryota Kusamoto being subbed for James Nolan. The throw to first was not in time. And the first pitch to Nolan down through the legs. A wild pitch that will move the runner over to second. Another wild pitch from Emerson Lott moves Batista over to third. And just like that, with nobody away, the tying run now just 90 feet away. 2-0 count on James Nolan. That pitch is high and tight. Makes it 3-0. Lott delivers a strike on that one. 3-1, the count to Nolan. Runner at third, nobody away. Shannon Martin in on the infield as that pitch called strike, and the BJ faithful not happy with that strike call. Count run full, and now the payoff pitch coming from Watt. Misses outside. That'll put runners on the corners with nobody out. Ben Merriman steps in for the BJs now. Merriman's 1 for 3, got caught looking his last time up. Here comes pitching coach Chris Isaac to have a conversation with Emerson Lott. The entire infield will come in. Garrett Martin down in the bullpen for the Dodge City A's. To take this opportunity, we'll thank some more of our sponsors. Service Master Rapid Response, Dodge City Kenworth, Cargill Meat Solutions, Tommy's Express Car Wash, Dodge City YMCA, and EDF Renewables. We thank you for your sponsorship and support of Dodge City A's baseball. The A's lead at 6-5 as the mound visit is broken up, and we'll go back to work with Ben Merriman at the plate for the Liberal BJs. BJs working their 4th trip through the batting order. Merriman 1 for 3. The pitch is low for ball 1. One 0 pitch coming up from Emerson Lott. Merriman fouls it off. The count evens at 1 apiece. At this point, if the A's could hold the BJs off, Cole Airhorn would be in line for the win. The throw to first was not in time. Lott delivers. Sent foul up the third baseline, and the count moves to 1-2. One-two pitch coming. Merriman delivers out into left field, and that will put the tying run across, as there is now runners on first and second with nobody away. So Cole Airhorn will take a no decision on this one.
Next up, number 24, Robert Orr, third baseman.
In steps Robert Orr. Orr is 2 for 3, has singled the last 2 times he's been at the plate. Runners on first and second in a tie ball game after the BJs have now scored 4 unanswered. The throw down to first, off the helmet of the runner, and that will move runners over to second and third. I don't know what just happened there, but the A's defense was caught completely asleep and flat-footed as that dropped in to shallow center field. Could have gotten lost in the lights. Who knows? Either way, 2 runs score, and the BJs lead it 8-6. Miller Durham at the plate now for the BJs. He was hit by pitch his last time up. Nobody out. 3 runs have scored, and a runner on second. First pitch, called strike. Down in the count, 0-1 is Durham. So the BJs now with 6 unanswered, as they have taken the lead 8-6. At pitch, down low, Murphy blocks it, and the count evens itself at 1 apiece. One pitch from Lott. Misses outside, and it's now 2-1. Grounded to the first baseman, Sharples. They'll go to first. It will be 1 out for the Liberal BJs. Moves the runner over to third. In steps Lane Snow. Snow is 2 for 3, singled his last time up. 1 away for the BJs. 3 runs already in, and another one just 90 feet away. Pitch right down the middle for a strike. Down in the count, 0-1. The 0-1 delivery. Down low, gets away from Murphy, but not enough to score a run. Count even at 1 apiece. So after drawing the initial lead at 2-0, the A's answered back with 3 in the third, 3 in the fourth, but now the BJs have come back. 3 in the fifth, and now 3 so far in the sixth. Down in the count, 1-2 is Snow. The pitch is low again at the feet of the batter, Snow. Two-2 pitch coming up from Emerson Lott. High and inside, and the count runs full. Two slow-moving ball games last night and yet again tonight. Snow fouls that one off to stay alive. He goes down and almost golf swings it. The count remains full. Payoff pitch again from Emerson Lott. Snow sends it. It's high. It's down the left field side, and it is caught. 4 and out. Mora makes the throw. The throw home not in time. The BJs lead it 9-6. In steps Matt Cormier, and the A's making the call to the bullpen. Emerson Lott pleading his case, saying he's good, he wants to finish it. Coach Dakota Young coming out and saying, nope, making the call to the bullpen. So Garrett Martin will take over the mound for the Dodge City A's. We'll tell you about it after this. You've been listening to Dodge City A's Baseball. Garrett Martin's taken over the mound for the Dodge City A's after Emerson Lott goes 2/3 of an inning. Lott goes 2/3, faces 6, allows 4 runs on 2 hits, walks 1. So that will be the night for Emerson Lott. Garrett Martin now on the mound. Martin comes into the night with 20 innings pitched, has allowed 16 earned runs, an ERA of 7.2, struck out 13, 22 hits, 15 walks, 4 hit batters, and 1 allowed home run. Garrett Martin comes into tonight a 2-1 record for him. Emerson Lott now in line for the loss if this result stands. So 2-1 record for Garrett Martin. Martin making his 10th appearance for the Dodge City A's. Last pitched against the Denver Cougars on June the 30th. Martin's longest outing, 5 innings against the Western Nebraska Pioneers, at back on June the 14th. The first pitch in to Cormier for strike number 1. Nobody on, 2 away, 4 runs in for the BJs in the bottom of the 6th. Meyer fouls that one off, and he'll be down in the count 0-2. The 0-2 delivery from Martin, fired in. It's a pop-up, fielded, called off by the right fielder Remington Miller. He'll take it for out number 3. So Martin gets out of the inning for the Dodge City A's, but the A's trail at 9-6. We're headed to the top of the 7th. You've been listening to Dodge City A's Baseball. 2-1 the count on Bo Daly, and sorry about that delay. Daly comes up empty on that one. That will even the count at 2 apiece. 1 run in. Nobody out with 2 on for the Dodge City A's. That pitch called strike will send Daly back to the dugout. 1 away for the Dodge City A's. The inning led off with a Nyan Hayes bunt. And then on a 1-0 count, Nate Murphy would hit into a fielder's choice that got Nyan Hayes out, but the throw was off. Huh? So the pitch hits Zach Mora, and that will load the bases. I stand corrected. And the throw, there was a throwing error that got Nate on, so that put runners on the corners. And then a RBI single from Remington Miller that scored Nyan Hayes. So now bases loaded with 1 away, and in steps C.D. Sharples. Pitch is high, throw back to third, not in time. Sharples 0 for 3, grounded out his last time up. Trevor Steele on the mound for the Liberal BJs. He took over this inning after the BJs got 3 innings. Throw to second for 1, the throw to first in time, and the twin killing ends the inning for the Dodge City A's. So that'll do it. The A's score 1. They trail 9-7 as we head to the bottom of the 7th. It is stretch time in Liberal. You've been listening to Dodge City A's Baseball. Bottom of the 7th, and it is 7, 8, and 9 that are due up for the Liberal BJs. Garrett Martin back on the mound for the Dodge City A's. Ramirez 1 for 2, doubled his last time up. Pitch is called strike on the inside part. Down in the count, 0-1 is Ramirez. Well, the A's have made defensive changes as well, as I now see Remington Miller at second. And it looks like Mr. Rivers has taken over right field. So Rivers will hit in the leadoff spot for Shannon Martin. Two 2-0 count. Two and one, the count to Gerosa, the catcher for the Liberal BJs. Garrett Martin with his sign and come set. The 2-1 sent down the right field line, and it will fall foul. The count evens itself at 2 apiece. Full count, actually. My bad. The payoff pitch from Martin as he comes set. Popped up. Sharples chasing in foul territory. He's on the fence, and it will fall out of play. Sharples into a crowd of spectators that are up the first base line on the fence. So Gerosa will stay alive in the full count and will do the payoff over again. Payoff over again is sent fielded by Nyan Hayes deep in the hole at short. The throw to second for one, so it'll be a fielder's choice for Tanner Gerosa. And here comes Elijah Batista. So the BJs will send a courtesy runner down. Matt Mendez will be the courtesy runner. A 1-0 count on Elijah Batista. Batista got on an error his last time up. 1-0 delivery. Swung on, comes up empty, and evens the count at 1 apiece. A's trailing 9-7 as we've worked our way into the bottom of the 7th inning. Martin delivers, and it is swung on and comes up empty again. Batista's down 1-2. Martin shaking off a couple of signs, has what he wants. Batista sends a fly ball out to left field. It's over the head of Mora, and that will be a stand-up double. That'll put runners on second and third with one away. So in steps James Nolan.
Number 1, James Nolan coming to the plate.
Nolan walked on his last time up. First pitch to Nolan in for strike number 1. As the BJs back at the top of the order. Nolan sends that one foul, and he'll be down 0-2. Two on, one out for the BJs. Here in the bottom of the 7th as Nolan chops that one foul to stay alive. The count remains 0-2. Two count to Nolan. Garrett Martin delivers. Flied out to right field. That'll be caught. And the throw home was in time, but dropped by Nate Murphy. So that'll score a run.
6, Ben Merriman, center fielder at the plate.
In steps Ben Merriman. Merriman is 2 for 4, singled his last time up. Takes that pitch, pops it up, foul for strike number 1. Oh, 1 delivery coming from Garrett Martin. The A's now trailing 10-1 or 10-7. 1 run has scored in the inning. Merriman fouls that one off, down in the count 0-2. BJ's scored 2 in the second, 3 in the fifth, 4 in the sixth, and so far 1 in the seventh. And for their 9th straight game, the BJ's have scored in double-digit runs. 1-2 the count on Merriman. It's sent foul, and the count remains 1-2. A high fly ball, but Zach Mora camping underneath it. He'll have it for out number 3. That'll end the inning as we head to the top of the 8th. You've been listening to Dodge City A's Baseball. Matthew Rivers at the plate in a 2-0 count after Jake Vassell went down looking for out number 1 as we are in the top of the 8th inning. Pitch was outside, 3-0 the count. Trevor Steele on the mound for the Liberal BJs. A host of changes for the Liberal BJs defensively in the outfield, left to right, is Lane Snow, Ben Merriman, and Taiga Sakuma. Third to first across the infield as Rivers swings and misses at that one is James Nolan, Robert Orr, Elijah Batista, and Miller Durham. The 3-1 pitch, called strike, and the count runs full. Payoff pitch coming from Steele. Is a ball outside, and that'll put a runner on for the A's. 1 on, 1 away, and in steps Grant Weisermans. Weisermans grounded out his last time up. He's 1 for 4 in the ball game.
Number 13, center fielder Grant Weiserman.
Weisermans takes a swing, comes up empty, down in the count, 0-1. 1 away for the Dodge City A's as they trail 10-7. The A's fell into 4th place in the league after the loss last night as that pitch swung on and missed, and in safely running is Rivers. Down in the count, 0-2. After the loss last night, the A's now in 4th place at 8-8 in the league. They fell to 4th after the Foxes won. They are now 9-9. Weisermans fouls that one off. He is swinging for the fences. Count remains 0-2. Game Day Angels behind the A's at 8-9 in 5th. The Rough Riders in 6th at 7-9. The Pioneers come in 7th at 7-12, and the Denver Cougars at 4-16, firmly in last place in the league. That pitch misses inside, and the count moves to 1-2. So the BJs in 1st place at 14-2. The Larks in 2nd at 13-4. The league standings as it is at this point, and that pitch misses, evens a count at 2 apiece. So the A's currently 8-8 in the league standings, 9-12 overall. The Liberal BJs 14-2, 15-2 overall. 2-2 delivery coming up to Grant Weisermans. So we have now eclipsed the 3-hour mark. That pitch called strike, and that will be the 2nd out of the inning. In steps Nyan Hayes. He's 3 for 4. He bunted for a single his last time up. The A's with a runner in scoring position and 2 away. Nyan Hayes now at the plate. A double, a single, and a bunt the night for him, along with a strikeout. First pitch he sees is high for ball 1. Nate Murphy in the on-deck circle for the Dodge City A's. Long look back at second. Hayes makes contact and fouls it off to even the count at 1 apiece. Ball went foul out of play back to the right. As it stands right now, the A's are down to their final 4 outs. They have to score at least 3 and hold the BJs off. Pitch is in for a ball 2. 2-1, the count on Nyan Hayes. A's with 7 runs on 11 hits, 4 errors. They have stranded 7 so far. The BJs 10 runs, 12 hits, 2 errors. They have also stranded 7. Hayes makes a big, healthy swing, comes up empty again. Down in the count, 0-2. Two and 2. The 2-2 delivery. Ryan swung on and missed, and that will end the inning. So we head to the bottom of the 8th. It is a 10-7 ball game. You've been listening to Dodge City A's baseball. Thanks to more of our sponsors, Clark D. Stewart and Fergon Financial LLC, Conant Construction LLC, Village Square Mall, First Dental ITC Great Plains LLC, and Kelly Hendricks DDS. We thank you for your sponsorship and support of Dodge City A's baseball. Garrett Martin returns to the mound for the Dodge City A's. Martin with 26 pitches, 19 4 strikes. He is set to face 3, 4, and 5 due up in this inning for the Liberal BJs. If what I have is correct, it should be Orr, Durham, and Snow. Robert Orr will lead off for the Liberal BJs. He doubled his last time up. 3 for 4 in the ball game, 2 singles and a double for Robert Orr. The A's trail 10-7. And unless the A's make a comeback in the top of the 9th, this could be the last at bats for the Liberal BJs. The A's in danger of falling to 8-9 in league play. The pitch, called strike to Robert Orr. Pitch moves inside and now evens a count at 1 apiece. So the A's, with a loss tonight, would go into a tie for 4th place with the Game Day Angels. Pitch, a high fly ball fielded in right center field for out number 2. Rather, out number 1. I was ahead of myself.
Number
Miller Durham was in left field, moved to first base for the Liberal BJs. Takes that one, grounds it to the shortstop, Nyan Hayes. Throw to first, not in time. It is an errant throw, another error by the Dodge City A's defense.
Right fielder, number 21, Lane Snow, coming to the plate.
So that'll bring in Lane Snow. Snow is 2 for 3, hit into a sac fly his last time up. 2 singles, a pop out, and a sac fly the night at the plate for Lane Snow as the BJs working their 5th trip through the batting order. Snow down in the count, 0-1. And the A's need desperately to hold the BJs off the board if they want a chance at this. A high fly ball tracked by Zach Mora, and it is pulled down for out number 2. Cormier, the DH tonight, 1 for 4, flew out his last time up.
The designated hitter, Matt Cormier.
The BJs have scored in every inning since the 5th so far as we've worked our way into the bottom of the 8th. 3 in the 5th, 4 in the 6th, 1 in the 7th. The A's need to try to hold them at bay here. 1-0 count on Cormier. 2 away, runner on at first. 1-0 delivery grounded at the third baseman. Dallion not able to handle it. And it will put runners on first and second. In steps
Next up is number 28, Gaeta Beckham.
Taga Sakuma gets his first at bat for the Liberal BJs. Takes a pitch low for ball number 1. Two out, 2 on. The A's trail by 3 runs, and that one a called strike on the inside edge. A front door bender by Garrett Martin to even the count at 1 apiece. Sakuma comes up empty on that big swing. He's down in the count 1-2. 1-2 delivery. Martin takes a look back at second as that pitch is fouled off, and we'll do the 1-2 over again. One, two, fouled off again. So the A's will have a day off tomorrow as that pitch, yet again, another foul ball. 3 straight fouled off by Sakuma. So the A's will be off tomorrow night. Then they will return home for a homestand starting on Saturday. They will go 2 games against the Hayes Larks, Saturday and Sunday. They will return to Liberal again on Monday, and then face the Fort Collins Foxes for a 3-game homestand Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday next week. So 5 out of the next 6 days on the road or at home for the Dodge City A's. 2-2 count, grounded up the middle, and that will likely score. There's 1 run. So runners now at second and third, and the A's trail it 11-7. The BJs have scored in 4 straight innings. After falling behind 6-2, the BJs have taken control and now lead it 11-7. Tanner Garosa. They say he's hit by pitch, and it must have, by the wing of a fly, might have clipped his jersey by the wing of a fly. Maybe. So that'll load the bases. The courtesy runner now. Matt Mendez, and bases loaded with 2 away. In steps Elijah Batista. Batista is 1 for 3, doubled his last time up. Batista takes the first pitch, fouls it off the third base side. 0-1. Well, the A's are down to their final 3 outs. When we get into the top of the 9th, they have to score at least 4 now to extend this ball game. The A's scored 1 last night, had the tying run on base, and the go-ahead run actually came to the plate. 3 different times the go-ahead run was at the plate, but not getting the go-ahead run on, and the A's fell 8-6 last night. Pitch was called strike. Down in the count, 0-2 is Batista. Grounded it to the second baseman Miller. Throw to first. Not in time. Another error. The umpire's taking a long look at this one. Well, now that we have answers, it is a 12-7 ball game. After Sakuma was called out on runner's interference coming home in the series of plays that ended the last inning. So Nate Murphy at the plate, an 0-1 count on him. Murphy's 2 for 4, singled his last time up. Jason Davis takes over the mound for the Liberal BJs, and the count now 1-1. So Murphy, Miller, and Dalian due up for the A's as that pitch is called strike. Murphy's down in the count, 1-2. 1-2 delivery coming to Nate Murphy. Davis delivers a strike. Freezes Murphy, one away for the Dodge City A's. In steps Remington Miller.
Remington Miller, right fielder, number 2, batting.
Miller is 1 for 4 in this ball game. Miller singled his last time up. First pitch, fouled up the third base side, down in the count 0-1. Oh-1 delivery coming from Davis to Miller. In for strike number 2. Down in the count, 0-2 is Miller, and the A's are down to their final 2 outs. Ryan Buckley standing in the on-deck circle for the Dodge City A's as that pitch yanked outside, and now the count stands at 1-2. Miller yanks that one foul. It's up the first base side this time. One, 2 delivery. Inside, count evens itself at 2 apiece to Remington Miller. So the A's again will have a day off tomorrow and then go 5 out of the next 6 at home. The only game on the road will be next Monday back here at Brent Gould Field against these Liberal BJs for game. I believe that one's actually a non-league. Count runs full, 3-2 against Remington Miller. Payoff pitch coming after the umpire gets more balls. The payoff pitch swung on, missed does Miller, and down on strikes. So the A's will send Ryan Buckley to the mound, or to the plate, to hit for Bo Dalian. So Buckley, a pinch hitter now for the Dodge City A's, and They're down to their final out, trailing 12-7. Buckley tries to check his swing, goes around, down in the count 0-1. The A's down to their final out. Buckley down to his final 2 strikes. Davis looking in, has his sign come set. 0-1 delivery. Misses outside and evens a count at 1 apiece. So there will be fireworks that come after this game. And then the A's will return home for an off day tomorrow. 1-1 delivery. A strike high. Evidently the home plate umpire wants to go home now. One-two count on Ryan Buckley. Called strike that will end the ball game. A pitch in the same location as the last called strike. That ends it. The A's fall 12-7. We'll be back with our final game numbers and post-game wrap-up after this. You've been listening to Dodge City A's Baseball. The A's fall 12-7 and fall down 2-0 in the league standings in the series to the Liberal BJs. They will fall to 8-9 in league play, 9-13 overall on the season. Luke Stewart gets the win for the Liberal BJs. Emerson Lott takes the loss for the Dodge City A's. The A's fell down 2-0 after the BJs would score 2 in the bottom of the second. The A's would not go quietly, though, as they would score 3 in the third and again 3 in the fourth to go up 6-2 at the time. But the BJs would get a bases clearing triple that would, or double, that would get them within 1. And then the BJs would take the lead with 4 more in the bottom of the 6th. The A's and BJs would both score 1 in the 7th, but the BJs would score 2 in the 8th to cement their 12-7 victory. The A's, 7 runs, 11 hits, 6 errors, they strand 8. The BJs, 12 runs, 14 hits, 2 errors, they strand 9. The BJs with their 9th consecutive game in double-digit runs as they win it 12-7. That'll wrap it up for this one. I am Justin Hergert, was alongside Marcelo Casillas assisting with the live stream tonight. For the entire A's board and organization, I say thank you for following along to Dodge City A's baseball. We'll be back in action Saturday night from Cavalier Field as the A's host the Hayes Larks. 7 p.m. first pitch. We'll see you there. This has been Dodge City A's baseball.